Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Hi.
I'm Anjali, this is Sufi, and today we're going to be talking about our engagement.
We're going to be watching some videos that I took during the planning process.
And I have not seen them before. They were part of her surprise for me, so we're going to be getting my reactions today in real time.
So, let's get started.
Sufi actually started planning the proposal 6 months beforehand, so talk to me about when you knew that you were going to be proposing.
I knew last year. Actually, I knew like in the beginning of this year, in January. So that was like 6 or 7 months of like planning time because I wanted to like take it easy and like plan everything out in detail. I've heard like some guys usually take like a month or two and like everything is crammed. So I wanted to make sure that all of the details were planned out. I took my time with it.
Out here roasting the cis heads, huh? So you mentioned that you had like 6 or 7 months of lead time when you decided. So when did you know when you were going to propose?
I actually didn't know. I just went based off of Anjali's timeline, and her timeline was, I don't want to be proposed in the winter because it's going to be snowing. I don't want to be proposed to in spring because my allergies are going to act up and I'm going to be sneezing in all the pictures. It's going to be really windy. My hair is going to look bad. And she also said that about autumn, like fall. Actually, no, she said that about the summer. She said it was going to be really humid during the summer. And so I was left with one season, so I like had to make it work.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted.
Which was good because then I didn't have to like guess and plan around it.
Yeah. Okay, so talk to me about your initial ideas for the proposal. Like, did something inspire you? Did you always know you were going to do the Empire State?
No, actually, I was going to do something entirely different. I was going to take Anjali to Horseshoe Bend, I think in Arizona. Because she had mentioned once before, like, she's always wanted to go, and it like looked romantic. I like looked up some pictures. There were people proposing there. I don't know if I brought it up, but you just like randomly told me one day that I shouldn't propose to you on a cliff, and because you'll fall. And I was like, oh, okay, like for sure don't want that. So then I just defaulted to like where we met, and it is such a romantic place.
Okay, so during your planning process, who did you tell first? Did you talk to friends? Did you talk to family? Like, what's the deal?
I talked to Sarwar first, which is my best friend. When I actually got to planning it, I was in communication with your best friend, Richa, and she like helped a lot with the whole planning process. And then as the date got closer, I started to tell like everyone close to us. But I had like a group chat with all of your best friends too, to like make sure they would be there.
That's so cute. So how did you manage to keep it a secret from me?
It was really hard.
What was the hardest part?
The whole thing. It was hard. Like if I needed to go into the city for like a meeting or something, like I would come up with like the most randomest excuse ever. Like I would be like, oh yeah, I'm like meeting with Sarwar in the city, and I like never do that because we're always in like Queens or Brooklyn. Because I tell you everything, so I think it was like hard to like lie to you in the moment, and I feel like you know when I'm lying, but you were just like playing along. Lots of meetings and lots of like white lies to make it happen.
So were there any times where the secret was almost out your end, like that you almost like
no
I
did a really good job. Like I lied, and I kind of did a bad job at lying, but then I always like made up for it by like having my location off or having it on and like being exactly where I said I would. Or
I disagree.
What? Oh, like the whole Empire State thing?
No. So I think there are like moments where her like lack of sneakiness really came through. Like when she was gonna go talk to my parents and ask them if they were comfortable with, you know, her asking me to marry her. She picked up my mom from the airport and like took both of my parents for brunch, and I was just hanging out for the day in San Francisco. And
I showed you away.
I know, but like Sufi comes up to me before leaving and is like, you don't even know it's happening today. And I was like, well, to be honest, I didn't think about it until you just said that, and now I know there's something funny happening.
It's because I was really excited and I couldn't contain my excitement. That was the hardest part about planning the proposal, was I couldn't talk to her about it, and I was so excited. And then it just kind of became like low-key stressful because I was like, wait, she can't know. But then I wanted to talk to her about it, but then I couldn't. So I was just like talking to myself for those 6 months. So what are some things you think I did do well during the planning process?
Definitely like the nails situation.
Right.
So for context, for basically starting January of this year, Sufi sent me to the nail salon to get my nails done every 3 weeks on the dot. And we had a couple of gaps here and there where like, you know, there was a lot going on, there was a lot of travel, but basically the motivation was like, he didn't want me to ever know that it was coming up just because I randomly got my nails done one day.
Right.
And I feel like this is definitely like Sufi learning from experience, because I feel like a couple of my friends who've gotten engaged in the last year like figured it out because they would just never get their nails done, and then all of a sudden they'd find themselves in the nail salon getting their nails done, and they'd be like, maybe I'm about to get engaged. So I feel like that was like really, really smart on your part, because then I wasn't gonna get like a clue because I randomly ended up in the nail salon. I mean, like, overall, obviously, you did a lot of things right. Like, it was amazing. Like, the planning and everything was amazing. Okay, so for this next part, we have a couple of clips that I'm gonna be watching that Sufi, and from the looks of it, also my best friend, recorded for me. And so you guys will be able to watch along in the like mini video feed with us and see what we're reacting to. So I'm gonna start.
Okay, please excuse my hair. I just got out of the shower and I am walking over to the K Jewelers in Midtown. I'm meeting up with Sufi, and it's August 27th. And we're seeing Anjali's ring for the first time. And I'm so freaking excited.
She's so cute. You're so cute. Very nice.
We
B-roll
just taking all
coverage.
these clips, yeah.
Okay,
We're
so
gonna pick up the ring and see it for the first time, both me and Rachel.
what day is it today?
It's Saturday the
27th.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
You guys are so cute.
My hair looks really good. Okay, so Richa thinks it's perfect.
This is perfect.
And Envy
Hi.
is the manager on the 34th Street.
Can't wear it on my ring
location.
finger, but
Yeah.
that is
Said that everyone loved it.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
We're all drooling. We're all
Same.
drooling about it. It's so
It's like
pretty.
the showpiece of the store. Now we have a new one.
You need a new one, yeah.
One.
There you go. Best
You better come to
right
K.
here. Come to K. We'll hook you up.
It's like huge on her.
That makes
Her fingers are
Oh
really
my
small.
God. The only one that gets that
Yeah,
one.
she's the only one. Oh my god. Babe, you're always FaceTiming people at the wrong time. Literally, look at Richa. You're
Did I
FaceTiming her right now.
FaceTime her?
Yeah, she ran away from me. I don't know if you saw that, but stop it. Okay, we just left Kay and
the day of
Richa
the party, and I
grabbed
asked her
her
what she was
mind
wearing.
Like, I have nothing to say. No words. So he was like, I thought we'd have some feedback or something, and we were just like,
No, we honestly looked at it and we were like stunned.
yeah. We were just like, wow.
Yeah.
Exactly what I want.
One's gonna touch my bikini.
Okay, we're at Richa's place and she's just gonna put it in this drawer. Hopefully you don't fucking go into the drawer. I don't think you should.
She told me she was stressed about when I would
Damn,
sleep
how did
over.
you fit
Yeah,
that
she
much
was so
shit in there?
stressed. She was worried I would like look in her drawers for some reason.
Okay, can you check if it's still there?
Maybe she'd need pajamas.
Wondering if she's having nightmares about it.
Wait, can I say bye to it?
Yeah, here, peek through. Say bye.
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 Where is it? Over here. Oh my god.
She would send me pictures of it all the time because I was like, I'd just be wondering
Okay,
about
the
it.
footage stopped.
Yeah, she would send me pictures of it all the time. Like sometimes I would text her like, "Hey, how's the ring doing?" and she'd send me a picture. Or like sometimes randomly in the middle of the day, like I'd be thinking about how the ring is doing and if it's okay, but I didn't want to bother her. She would just send me a picture, like with it on or in the box, and she's like, "It's safe."
Yeah, she was telling me that she would try it on every day, and that was her way of making sure it was safe. Making sure it was
Like
safe.
every day, really. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
So tell me then, like, how did you feel on that day when you were going to pick it up? I got a little glimpse of it, but
I was really nervous. I was super nervous. Also, you kept making me feel bad for leaving you at home, so I was like, damn, I gotta deal with that too.
I missed you.
I know. I missed you too, and I wish you could be there, but it's just the nature of the,
Yeah.
trip. I was nervous because, I don't know, like, you were so specific with what you wanted, and the initial design that we had was the one you made on your iPad, and
Yeah.
then the one Kay sent us, I was like, oh, like, me and Risha were discussing before, like, they came out with the ring, and we were like, yeah, like, we should tell them, like, and be honest if we don't like it, like, maybe we can, like, have our turnaround time and, like, get, like, it altered or whatever, and then it came out, and we were, like, stunned. We were like, I'm not even joking, like, my mouth was, like, that whole time for, like, 3 minutes straight, and then Risha was like, okay, I'm gonna try it on now.
I mean, it's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted, so.
Yeah, I think at that point, like, my nerves kind of, like, calmed down because I was like, okay, the ring is, like, the most important thing. Like, I know she's gonna like it because I know you.
Okay, so how did you and Richa decide like where you were gonna hide it, how long it was gonna be there, all of that stuff?
I knew that I couldn't bring it home because I've seen like your other friends like look for the ring in the apartment when they get like an inkling that their partners are proposing, and honestly that would give me a lot of anxiety because it was like the first like big thing that I was like planning for you. So I was just like, I'm gonna keep it at Richa's house, even though I feel like that kind of gave me some anxiety too, but like she was so good about it. She sent me pictures all the time. In terms of like deciding on how long I should keep it there, I think I wanted to pick it up like the day before. Because I
What
was
ended up happening?
the night before. Yeah. I was gonna pick it up like 2 weeks before because Richa was going out of town and I was feeling nervous about it. But I'm glad I didn't do that because literally a week before the proposal, remember that night where you were like,
I was like, I swear it's in here somewhere.
going around looking for it. And then when I came home that night, I put it in like the most obvious.
So you put it inside your bag, like your
Yeah.
inside, yeah.
Like right there, like at the front table, like the entryway table when you walk
But
in.
I don't go into your bag,
Yeah,
so
so-
it was smart.
Yeah.
Eventually, I did in true wedding planner form, because if you don't know, I am a wedding planner. That's what I do for a living. I channeled that like excited energy into starting to plan the wedding.
Yeah.
Literally before I even had a ring or anything. I just started like writing the guest list for the wedding, doing like, you know, venue outreach.
So of course Anjali is a pro, but I also want to be involved in the process, and Zola makes that so easy.
Having a wedding website is a great way to keep all of our guests up to date on all of their information that they need to attend. As we've been building out the framework, we've been filling in like details on our love story that not everybody will know, and travel information for our guests. The thing that I really love about Zola specifically is that they have custom RSVPs. So as South Asians, of course, we're gonna have multiple pre-events at our wedding. So as we build out the different events that we're gonna have within our website, we get to assign different events to different guests based on who's attending what. Like if there's something that's for Sufi's side specifically or something that's for my side specifically, we can customize our RSVPs per guest. And then when a guest RSVPs on the site, Zola will automatically create a guest list that has all of the info that they've inputted for us, including like their meal preferences and all of that.
Plus ones and everything.
Also, Zola is the only wedding website that has a countdown widget that you can add to your phone's home screen so you can see the countdown and get really excited about planning.
I love opening up my phone all the time and looking at it.
We've loved getting started on our site with Zola so far, and thank you so much to the Zola team for sponsoring this video.
Thank you guys.
Okay, so we're gonna pick up where we left off on the video, and this next set of clips, I've been informed, it starts at the day of the proposal.
Yeah.
So watch along with us.
Okay, I look like shit, but I literally just dropped off Anjali downstairs, and Sumbul was like on the floor below, and Anjali had no idea because she stayed at Regis.
She was in the building?
Yeah.
Anjali's best friend, to like surprise her today. But yeah, it's been insane. Like Sumbul came before Anjali even left because she was like moving so slowly, and I was just like trying to push her out the door. But we had to change locations too. Like she was supposed to go to work at first, and then now I'm sending her straight to Bryant Park, so she's gonna freak out.
Oh my gosh. Wasn't she
Okay, I'm
nervous?
late to everything.
Yeah, she was literally shaking because she knows she's getting proposed to today, but she doesn't know what's happening, and I think that's why she's so nervous.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
See you later. Just getting some clothes
Aw.
before I have to leave for the city.
Sweet.
I was feeling so much anxiety there.
Emotional support for the.
That's what kittens are for.
Yeah.
I have
Yo,
my
yo.
suit on too.
We in
The
here.
lighting is really nice in here. It's hard to tell like how nice it looks, but
Sick.
got the inner lining going. I'll have Sour recorded later too, but
I'm hyped.
yeah.
I'm hyped. I'm hot. I'm sweaty.
We're hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day. Yeah, we gotta eat pizza right now. I'll like take the jacket off for that.
So you don't spill.
Yeah. I
Nice.
didn't spell. And
Aw.
your voice came in my head.
Not to stain your suit.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so as we just saw, it took me forever to get out of the house that morning. So tell me about how you actually managed to get me out of the door that day.
I used Richa as an excuse, and I said that if you're late, she's gonna be mad at you.
That usually works.
I think honestly getting you out of the house in the morning was the most stressful part Because after that, I was just like, I have everything under control. I just need to like show up, have the ring in my pocket, and ask her.
Yeah.
But like you needed to get to the city and like be surprised by your friends for the scavenger hunt. So I just like wanted to make sure you had everything.
Yeah, I mean, I saw in the like actual proposal footage that like for the whole day you were actually really, really calm.
Yeah. I think I wasn't calm for like the 6 months before that, and then the day of I was like super chill. Like I felt like I was just ready
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah.
The anxiety has all been spent. Okay, so quick lighting change because the sun is setting. We're gonna continue now.
How was the morning from your perspective?
So basically, that day, I thought that I was gonna be working during the day. My friends and I were doing a little pop-up with a brand. So Sufi kind of had me thinking that I was gonna be working until 4 p.m. that day, which was actually kind of nice because by then I had figured out that it was gonna be that day.
Mm-hmm.
So she did throw me off. She took advantage of that one last opportunity to throw me off before I left. And she decided that since I was so late, she was gonna send me in an Uber instead of having me take the train into the city. And while I was in the Uber, she rerouted the Uber's path to take me to Bryant Park instead of to the original pop-up location I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
So I pull up at Bryant Park, which is, if you have seen like the video of like how we met in the first day that we hung out, that's where Sufi and I went right after we first met.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull up and I see like all of my friends standing there. All the friends that I knew were in town. And so I hop out and then they're like, oh, let's go grab some food. And we walk up the steps and like 3 of my other friends who had flown in from out of town surprised me. And at that point I was like really overwhelmed and like really excited and really nervous because obviously I knew it was gonna happen, but I just thought that I was going into work until 4 p.m. So I got really overwhelmed. I was just like all teary-eyed, but my friends like kept up the charade and had me convinced that we were walking over to the pop-up now and all the friends were just going with us to, I don't know, I'm just gullible.
Yeah.
That they were all going with us to like check it out. So we started walking, and then as we're on our way, they're like, okay, we have something for you. And they gave me like a little scrapbook with all these really cute photos of Sufi and I over the years. Including like a little screenshot that was like me sending Sufi like a really funny looking selfie. And then I had texted like, I can't wait to marry you one day. And then my friend sent me a letter, and Sufi had like written a really romantic little note in there saying like, welcome, and at the end like signed it off with like, welcome to your proposal day scavenger hunt. So I was like really excited. She didn't actually have me like solve any clues. Like my friends got to kind of like usher me different places, but the first place that we went was brunch all together for, well, Sufi knows that I need to be fed or I will be hangry. So she sent me to get brunch with all of my friends, and they picked a really cute place, and we ordered some food. I was like all nerves, so I like barely picked up my food because I just couldn't feel
Wait, really?
hunger. Yeah.
Wow.
They did a really good job of like making me eat as much as possible though.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where I got my next note, and there was like a really sweet poem inside that Sufi had written about me, which was really cute. And also these notes were like on really pretty stationery. Like it was like pressed flowers in like, I don't know, like if you would know like what raw paper looks like when it's like pressed from pulp, but it kind of looks like that but with like dried flowers like pressed in. So it was like
Purple
really
flowers.
cute. Yeah, purple flowers specifically because it's my favorite color. But it was like really cute cards and envelopes too. And then my friends took me to another location, like a friend's apartment, where one of my high school best friend, who also happened to be there on the day that Sufi and I met, surprised me.
Yeah.
And then we went upstairs into the apartment, and there were 4 dresses laid out. And somehow Sufi had gotten all of my heels out of this apartment, out of our apartment, and over to this other location. But there were 4 dresses laid out that Sufi had bought for me to pick from, to try on and pick from. And then my friends had cut out these cute little like butterflies that they had on the walls, and then like little quotes from me saying like, I love getting ready with my girls, which is like what I say literally whenever we hang out. So I got to do like a little fashion show, and they were all secretly texting Sufi and like telling Sufi like what colors I chose. And he was right about which ones I would like. He and my friend Neha were right about the dresses that they thought I would choose. And then my friends helped me, like, you know, I went and washed my hair. They helped me do my hair, blow dry it, do my makeup, my eyelashes, all of that. And then I even borrowed a pair of shoes from one of my friends because it ended up just going better with the dress I chose than any of my existing heels. And then they took me downstairs. Everybody else got all cute and dressed up with me, and I kind of had a feeling of why, but then I didn't know why. And then I went downstairs, and my best friend from high school, Sagri, who was there the day that we met, took me in a car, and we went off to our final destination. So I feel like we should have you answer some questions about the rest of your day before I go into like the actual proposal part. But yeah, that was like my whole morning and like early afternoon that Sufi had so meticulously planned out for me.